Good morning and welcome back to Between the Ropes TV. It's been a busy weekend again on DAZN. Obviously, we did our previews. They've had their double header. Ryan Garcia is back. And to be fair to him, I think he's back with a bit of a bang. It wasn't the knockout that I think most predicted over Emmanuel Tagoe. But what he did deliver was a sheer dominance of him. He did drop him. He was throughout the fight giving his signature left to the body, and he controlled the fight for me. He won every round. I know a couple of scorecards did give the odd 1-2 to go. I personally really strongly disagree with that. I thought Garcia boxed well. And in some ways, I was disappointed to not see that stoppage. But then when you actually think about it, he's been out the ring for 15 months. And he's 23 years old, so that's potentially damaging because we know he had his mental health break, which, fair play to him for admitting he needs that. But also he's not been in the gym as much. So at that sort of age, it's going to damage his growth. And obviously, let's be honest, he was riding the absolute peak of the wave, wasn't he, with his win over Luke Campbell. But I just think that the 12 rounds in the bank will be so valuable to what Ryan Garcia does next because, Ray called it on our preview, didn't he? That basically it doesn't matter. Everyone's talking about his inactivity, potential ill discipline. He wins, we move on to the future. And I think that's exactly what's happened now. There's so many fights out there for him. I just wonder what could be next. We've got Tank, he's back in May, but looks like he's going to potentially become a free agent. His contract with Floyd Mayweather is up. Is that a fight that can be made? And I think, although we've seen Tank at 140, I think that's a fight that needs to be made at 135. I just think it keeps it more of a 50-50 fight. Whereas with Garcia's natural sort of dimensions and frame, I think it benefits him if it was potentially made at 140. I don't think Garcia's got long left at 135. I think, I know he started at super feather, but the fact that this was made at lightweight and then had to be put up to 139, he came in at 138.8 pounds. And I think that's telling. I think he'll make lightweight for the right fights. But as a rule, I don't think he's going to have long left there. It was also a successful outing for him as a first fight with his new trainer, or old new trainer, Joe Goosen. Get a W, that's good for them. They can now look and they can really start and plan what's next. The belts are tied up for a little bit, obviously, as we know, with Devin Haney and George Kambosos, and obviously it's a rematch. So I think activity is key for Ryan Garcia this year. It's April now. I think you want to get him back out sort of July, August, and you want him back out again before the end of the year. I think he needs a gradual step up in opposition. I heard Maxi Hughes touted, he's IBO champ. Again, we use the phrase Indian summer. Could that be an absolutely mouth-watering fight for Maxi Hughes? He said he'd take it. He's been quite vocal about that on his social media. I do wonder if you're Ryan Garcia and Golden Boy, is that too high risk, too little reward? Because with all due respect to Maxi Hughes, he's become a big name in British boxing in the last sort of 12, 18 months. Worldwide, how well is he known? But it'd be a great fight and a great opponent. That is the worry, risk and reward for Ryan Garcia. But I think that's it, guys. He's back. He did what I don't think we've seen him do, really, a 12-round dominance. So potentially a different dimension to his game. Although I will say, personally, Emmanuel Tagoe, while his records at face value, quite impressive. I think we said it in our preview. He's mainly fought out of Ghana, so a lot of the opponents are somewhat limited. But all respect to him, it could have easily been a banana skin fight because those sorts of fighters do present an unknown quantity. But he's back. He got the win. Let us know in the comment section what you guys want to see next from Ryan Garcia, and how impressed were you that he showed a different sort of dimension to his performance. And yeah, let us know what you think. Join us on the next one.